My name is Mary Judd Wysiak, and I have a company called Holding the Hope. My company specializes in training and consulting on mental health recovery and resiliency and suicide prevention. I have a lot of experience in recovery myself, and my own recovery journey has expansed all of my adult life. And I have a lot of experience helping other people achieve recovery by providing workshops and consultation and information, that just insights from the other side of the desk, I like to call it. And to me, it's really powerful to be able to just bring what I know to be true into a workplace where other people don't know what I know. So I've had a lot of experience that way, identifying leaders and identifying leadership. What we hope to achieve in this film is to provide people with information about what is leadership, the basics of what leadership is, as well as how they can see themselves as leaders in everyday life. Leadership isn't just about getting a job done. It's also about helping the people that are doing the job to learn more and to become the best that they can be. So I'm hoping that after watching this film, people will realize they already are leaders and that they have opportunities to provide leadership every day. And what we hope is that by the end of this film, people will be more comfortable seeing themselves as leaders, and they'll be able to take some risk and step up and take on some leadership opportunities. So leadership can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. We look to leaders to help us get things done. We look to leaders to help us set the tone and to help us decide what needs to be done. And we look to leaders to help us figure out how to get things done. We look to leaders to help us figure out strategies. But the benefits of leadership for those that are in the leadership position are that you learn new things. You learn how to tap into that part of yourself that is stronger than you thought it was. When you take on a role of leadership, you learn things that really help you become a better person, because the things that you learn in a leadership role help you in all areas of life. I do believe that anyone can be a leader. Not necessarily the leader of the free world, or necessarily the leader of an organization, but everybody already is a leader in their own life. We know that people are already leaders in their life because they're leading their recovery journey. I think it's not so much, can everybody be a leader? I think anybody can be a leader. I think it's recognizing that people are leaders and their leadership comes in many forms. The styles of leadership that we're going to discuss in this film are autocratic leaders, where they kind of are like very much in charge, one person in charge, this is how we're going to do it. We have laissez-faire leaders who say, hey, what would you like to do? And they really kind of just let people do what they think they need to do. We have democratic leaders where they go and they ask the group, what do you think? What would you like to do? How would you like to do it? And they get the consensus from a lot of different people before they make a decision. Ultimately, though, they have to make the decision. And then we have transformational leaders. Those are leaders that don't just get the job done, but really want to transform, hopefully, the people they work with as well as themselves, and transform the system that they're working in. So they're leading to get something accomplished, and they're hoping to make some significant changes along the way. They all work in very different times and very different places. So if you would ask, like, which leadership style is the best to use, it depends on the person. So it's not really about which style is best. The question is, which style is going to be best for the project at hand and for the leader? And does the leader possess the skills they need to implement the type of leadership that is required for the task at hand? The relationship between recovery and leadership is really a symbiotic relationship. As a leader, we have the opportunity to provide people with projects or tasks that help them discover things about themselves they didn't know they could do, or discover things about themselves they didn't know were there. As a leader, we have an opportunity to encourage recovery in the people that are working with us. And we also find that in ourselves. When people feel accomplished, they realize they can do more. And so then they become leaders, and they take on tasks, and they begin to help other people to get well and find and discover things inside themselves they didn't know were possible. So it's like a ripple effect. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. And that's where peer support comes in also. We are leaders and we're teaching leaders. We're in recovery and we're teaching recovery. And it's this beautiful cycle that continues to move forward and grow. And not only in the individuals, but then in the communities and in our state and in our providers. When we show up and we begin to take leadership roles, we bring recovery with us. I think sometimes we get on our recovery journey, and sometimes as you begin to get well and you start to look around, you realize this isn't quite right. I see something here that needs to be addressed. We can bring it forward because of our recovery. We can talk about it from a personal experience. We can talk about it from a place of knowledge. And we can bring other people with us, and we can teach them why we think this isn't quite right, or what we would prefer to have, what we know works better. So just by getting well, we can begin to see around us things that need our attention. And then when we provide that attention, we learn even more skills about how to take care of ourselves, about how to take care of other people, about how to ask for things, and about how to work towards a goal. So again, we get well, we take on some leadership stuff, and we learn how to stay well. So it's a fantastic cycle. So here's what I would say to anybody who wants to go into their community and exhibit some leadership or take on some leadership roles. Go for it. The worst that could happen is that you don't achieve everything that you hope to achieve. But when it's all said and done, you'll be able to do a self-analysis to say that you learned a lot about yourself, about the system, about how it works. And I will also say, don't take on something that somebody else thinks you should take on. Take on something that you really believe in. Take on a topic that might be big or might be little, but it's important to you. And don't give up until you get what you want. I think it's really important that we take care of ourselves, because sometimes we don't realize how stressful and how personal we take these opportunities. We get ourselves in what we think of as the fight of our lives. And the truth of the matter is, it's not a fight. It's just us coming forward with the truth. And we're telling our truths. There's no fight to that. But people may not appreciate it and may not respect it. So we have to be able to take care of ourselves. And you have to know who you can go to help you take care of yourself. And have those people lined up so that you can restore yourselves. Because you can't pour from an empty cup. If you think about the people that have been leaders in your life, they haven't just taken you someplace that was really cool or helped you accomplish something that was really significant, but they helped you become better at who you were along the way. So leadership isn't just about getting someplace or achieving a goal. It's about improving the lives of the people that you encounter along the way. That's the sign to me of a true leader. When you are concerned with the people that you're leading as much as you are about the cause that you're championing. I think we have to realize that we are holding the hope for each other when it comes to leaders. Whether we're leading or whether we're following, we are holding the hope for each other. And we have to recognize who's holding the hope for us and who are we holding the hope for. and then just move forward and know that we can accomplish great things when we believe in ourselves and when we believe in each other. So I would say go for it. Pick your battles, something that's personal to you and that you're passionate about. Take care of yourself along the way, and know that there is no way you can lose, because whatever you do, you're learning and you're growing and you're moving towards recovery.